Welcome back to part 2 of this particular episode, episode 5, the idea of sacrifice. Now that you've been able to cover the idea of sacrifice, so in part 1 we talked about sacrifice. We covered the story of Abraham and Isaac, the story of the marshmallow test, and we covered how to catch a monkey. If you haven't watched episode 1, please, episode 5, part 1, please take time to go through that. Well, now that we've understood sacrifice and we've seen how a fundamental and important part of life it is, well, let's now go into how we can be able to implement and to use this particular rule of sacrifice to our own benefit in terms of fitness. So, one thing that is very fundamental, or a couple of things that we've taken away from that idea of sacrifice, is that one, as human beings, we tend to think and to believe that there's a higher power that you can be able to negotiate with for a better future. Number two, we have also seen how, as human beings, we have the capacity to be able to sacrifice something that is of value to us right now for the idea. We are sacrificing a reality that is of value to us right now for something that is imaginative, something that is in the future, something that you cannot see or hold or touch, right? And then number three, we have also been able to see, or something that we can also notice from this idea of sacrifice, is that the more important the sacrifice is to you, the bigger the benefits or the reward you will get from the future. So this idea, this being that is somehow, somewhere governing us, and who we can be able to bargain with reality through, tends to like the idea of us giving. The bigger the sacrifice, the more this particular being, or the more God enjoys the sacrifice, and the bigger the reward we'll get for that sacrifice. So this in itself is it's a very interesting idea, to say the least. So there's God, quote unquote, and to represent this higher being, and then when we go to God and we tell God that, hey, I have ABCD that I want to sacrifice now for the future, God seems to like more the sacrifice that is of something of more meaning to you. So the more this particular reality or thing that you're sacrificing is of meaning to you, the bigger the rewards that you'll get from your act of sacrifice in the future. And I think this is why in the Olden Testament we'd find people sacrificing, let's say, the first harvest, the fattiest sheep, or the fattiest bull or cow or calf, the most innocent lamb. You know, you're getting something that is so pure, something that is so fatty, something that is so meaningful, something that is so important, the prime product, or the prime particular service, or even the prime food that you would get, or harvest that you would get, and you would give this unto the being of negotiation, and just like, yeah, so here we go, this is to say thank you, and we hope that you'll bless us again during the next harvest. This is to say thank you, and we hope that in the future there's something good that you're going to get. This is to say sorry, we sort of messed up a little bit, please forgive us, and please give us a better future, right? So this idea of sacrifice is something that I am just starting to understand, and it's revolutionary for me. So then how can you pull this idea of sacrifice into our fitness? So one thing that I have found that being really fundamental for me as I approach fitness is the idea that I don't want to work out just so that I can get a six-pack, or just so that I can get a good body, and then I stop working out, right? So the idea of working out has been hinged on the idea that I really want my life to be healthy. I want to establish a healthy lifestyle, to say the least, yeah? And this healthy lifestyle has to involve some level of activity, okay? So then what am I willing to sacrifice right now as a level of activity for me to be able to encompass or to live this healthy life in the future? And that could be taking the stairs, that could be just waking up in the morning and doing 5 sit-ups, that could be me saying that I want to sacrifice more time, I want to sacrifice now an hour, I want to sacrifice an hour to do yoga, I want to sacrifice an hour to stretch, I want to sacrifice an hour every single day to go to the gym and to force myself to do this thing that I don't really feel like doing, and in the future the rewards will be better than what it is right now, right? So whether that reward is my body, I'm sacrificing my time for a better body in the future, I'm sacrificing my time for better health in the future, I'm sacrificing my time for better I feel like if I have a better body, I'll be more confident about myself and more confident about life. So I'm sacrificing the reality, which is I have 24 hours in a day. I can do whatever I want with that 24 hours. I have these emotions that don't feel like working out or anything. I just want to be lazy, right? So like it's a weekend, I want to be lazy. So I'm sacrificing that comfort of the laziness of the weekend for something that is better in the future, a better body, maybe a better health, better fitness. Maybe I have better lungs, I can run faster, I can concentrate more within something that I'm doing, I can push myself to higher limits. That can be a way for me to get a reward in the future for the sacrifice that I take right now. So essentially, one thing that I've found with fitness is that you can never really get to that point where you're actually feeling like doing those things every single day. And that is something that needs to be said. I don't feel like there's any amount of motivation that is going to get you to wake up every single day to go to the gym. I can tell you this for a fact. That I have struggled. We have just ended Project 60 with Rotimi. I really enjoyed being part of this particular challenge, and I can't wait to start another challenge. And what I can tell you from this particular challenge, what I've learned is every single morning when I woke up to go to the gym, it was a struggle. It was hell on earth. It was hell. Just like you just hear those alarms, and I'm the type of guy who puts like 10 alarms. So one at 3:50, one at 4:20, one at 4:30, one at 4:40, one at 4:50, 5:10, 5, you know, so that by the time I'm waking up at 5:30, I'm just like, yeah, I'm tired of listening to alarms. So then here comes the idea of sacrifice, because now you've understood that you're not going to feel like it. You're okay. Day one, you're going to be very excited. Day two, you're just going to like, I'm tired, but I'm very excited. I'm still excited. Day three, you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm not excited anymore, but I have to do this. And then day four is like, well, I'm tired. Can't I rest? And then day five is like, I enjoyed that rest on day four. Let me just rest again. And then day 6, day 7, day 8. By day 15, you're just like, whoa, I haven't worked out since day 4. Oh my God. Oh well, it is what it is. And you continue with life, right? So you started out with so much motivation, that motivation ended and your routine ended with it. But I think what would serve as a more long-term way for you to approach fitness is not the idea of fitness as a resolution, but rather fitness as a lifestyle. So I'm sacrificing, and now you see that aspect of sacrificing the reality. So now you say that, okay, so I just don't want fitness to be a resolution at, oh, now this year I'll be going to the gym 5 times a week for the whole year. And then once the year ends, what happens? Okay, so let's put a scenario where you're able to go to the gym 5 days a week for a whole year. By the end of the year, you'll be looking good, you'll be feeling great, you'll be looking amazing. And that is if you carry through to the end of the year. And then now what happens after you've done that, after the year is over? Are you going to say that now that I've gotten to my goal, I am good, let's go to another goal. Let's now go to, I want a car, I want land, I want what, you know. So what then will happen to your body once you fend off with going to the gym? After 1 year of doing of not going to the gym, your body is going to go back to where it was. You get? So even this idea of like, I want to go to the gym to get a flat tummy. Okay, yeah, so that can be one of your goals. I want to go to the gym to get a 6-pack. I want to go to the gym to get a better chest or better thighs. I want better thighs. I want killer thighs. So I want to go to the gym to get bigger thighs. Yeah, so what happens after you get the bigger thighs? Are you going to stop going to the gym? What happens after you get that flat tummy or those 6-pack abs? Are you going to stop going to the gym? Is that going to be it? Because if you stop going to the gym after 6 months after you've gotten your six pack, newsflash, 6 months later, that six pack probably won't be there. So then what you have to apply is not something that gets you to a goal and then you stop, but something that you can carry through consistently into the future. And that is one of the best things about sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the better the reward. And for sacrifice, if it's medium to long term, then even better. The rewards are going to be stellar, right? So think about it that way. So if you're going to approach fitness, approach it from a lifestyle point of view, that I want my lifestyle to be healthy. I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to own the identity of a healthy person. And how do I do that? One of the ways is through fitness. Okay. So what does fitness mean for me? Again, that's very important for you. You need to identify what does fitness mean for you. Fitness can mean that you do not have to be heaving after 3 flights of stairs. So that can mean that, yeah, so someone just decided to start grinding metal. I truly apologize for that. But we move on regardless. So there's this idea that essentially I am going to work out for a given period of time, but when you stop working out, that your body is going to go back to default setting. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to adopt that idea of a lifestyle, health as a lifestyle. And what you're going to do now, attach that to the idea of sacrifice and say that for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice 5 to 10 minutes every day. And what I'm going to do with those 5 to 10 minutes is that I am going to maybe do a yoga exercise, I'm going to do a stretch, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to jog in the house, I'm going to skip a rope, I'm going to do something that is going to keep me active. And the end goal of this is I'm going to do this every single day, or I'm going to do this every single week for, let's say, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That is the goal. Because if you are able to sacrifice those 5 minutes, trust you me, 10 years later, giving 5 minutes every single day, your life is going to be completely different. Again, think about it from the compound interest point of view. So if someone, say, eats fries for one day, you're not going to be unhealthy because you took fries one day or you took fries once. But if you take fries every single day for 3 years, how do you think your life will be like? What do you think your body will look like if you eat fries every single day for 3 years, right? So again, the power of compound interest. Try to pull that with the idea of sacrifice to the realm of fitness within your life. Why you can say that, I'm just going to sacrifice 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 20 years. And what you're going to get through that is that consistency is going to build up into something that will be physically and materialistically visible, right? So you're going to be like, okay, you know what, for me, I'm going to exercise 10 minutes every day for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, or for the rest of my life. I just want to dedicate at least 10 minutes every weekday towards working out, whether that will be climbing stairs at work, whether that will be taking a walk, whether that will be just going to meditate in nature. I'm going to spend 10 minutes, just 10 minutes with myself every single weekday, investing into this. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice 10 minutes every single day for this. And let me tell you where you're going to be in the let's say 6 months, in the 1 year, in the 3 years, in the 10 years, is going to be way farther than you would have been if you said that, you know what, I just want to get a 6-pack and then, yeah, we are good. 6-pack and then we are sorted, right? So again, we can see how that idea of sacrifice can be pulled into the idea of fitness. So you can say that, you know what, fitness, a healthy lifestyle is very important for me. And for that, maybe I'll have to reduce the amount of sugar that I take, or I'll have to reduce the amount of salt that I take. So I'm going to sacrifice the salt or the sugar that I'm taking right now and well into the future. And I'm so sure that my body will be treating me better when I'm 50 or when I'm 60 if I reduce the amount of sugar starting now. I am so sure that my body will be acting differently and will be at a different state if I dedicate 10 minutes to working out every single day from now by the time I'm 40, 50. You get? So it's the idea of sacrifice, and the bigger the sacrifice, the better the reward. So I want to urge you, or I would like to ask you, or I'd like to invite you to be able to use this idea of sacrifice and to pull it into the realm of your fitness. And not only that, I would love to invite you to also use the idea of grow your consistency before your intensity. That is the thing with fitness. And I think so many of us fall off the wagon because you have decided to go so intensely into fitness that by day 3, day 4, you no longer have the motivation nor the energy. So start with consistency. Build your consistency and then increase the intensity. So start with something like, I don't know, you can do like 3 to 5 sit-ups a day. So basically that is what I used to do every single time in the morning. And that's again another aspect of intentionality. As soon as my feet touch the ground, I want to go down on my bedroom carpet and just do like 5 press-ups. That's it. And I'm done for the day. That's it. I started with that, by the way. I started with that thing of I want to build consistency such that every single day I know I have done just 5 press-ups. That's it. Done. Kaput. Every single morning I wake up, my feet I leave the bed, they touch the floor. I do 5 sit-ups or I do 5 push-ups. And now you build that, and after like a month you'll be like, I can do 5 push-ups every day. How about you turn that to 8 push-ups, or you turn that to 10 push-ups? So by month 2, now you're like, I want to challenge myself a little bit more. Let me do 10 push-ups every morning. So once your feet touch the ground, you do 10. Once your feet touch the ground, you do 10. You do that for 2 months. And then by the 3rd month, you're like, hey, I think I can actually do 15. And then you do 15. And then you do 20. And then you do 25. And then by the time you're 30, you're like, hey, I can do sit-ups and squats. I can do sit-ups and push-ups. I can do sit-ups and this. And then now that's how you build consistency, such that by the 3rd year or 4th year, you're like, okay, so I can do 15 push-ups. I can do 15 sit-ups. And I can do 15 squats. I can also do all these other exercises. And now I feel like I have built enough consistency for me to now go to the gym. And then now you can go to the gym and you can say, hey, now I think I have that consistency in line. I want to rank up the intensity. I want to push up the intensity. So then you'll get yourself now going to the gym. Day 1, you're spending maybe 20 minutes at the gym. You do that like for 2-3 months. And then you go a level higher, say that, okay, now I've been able to manage 20 minutes. I want to do 30 minutes at the gym. And then you pull some consistency into that. You do 30 minutes at the gym consistently for like 2-3 months. And then now you rank that up to 40 minutes, and then 50 minutes, and then 1 hour. And I can tell you that if you practice this idea of sacrifice and consistency for a given period of time, the results that are at the back of your mind, that are just an imagination, will grow into something that is meaningful, something that is visible, something that now is your reality. With that, I think I have talked too much about sacrifice and fitness. So the main idea here is sacrifice is important and fundamental in you bringing and building that healthy lifestyle. And fitness is part of your healthy lifestyle, and sacrifice has to go into fitness. You're going to feel pain when you're going into fitness. You're going to feel like you don't feel like doing it. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I just feel like I don't want to do this today. You're going to suffer from lack of motivation. You're going to suffer from lack of inspiration. You're going to suffer from so many things. But the idea that I am going to do this regardless of whether I feel it or not is now that basic aspect of sacrifice. That I'm sacrificing this time, I'm sacrificing this energy, I'm sacrificing these resources to pay for the gym, while I know that this 3,000 I could use to do other things in my life. I know this money that I'm paying at the gym, I could use to improve my wardrobe. I could use to improve my network connectivity. I can pay for Wi-Fi at home. But I'm sacrificing that Netflix, that Wi-Fi, that new jacket for the gym. So sacrifice is a very important part of fitness. Consistency is also a very important part of fitness. And my last word to you is build your consistency before you increase your intensity. So start small and then grow with that. And with that, we come to the end of today's particular episode. I am deeply apologetic about that particular sound that we have in the background. I'll try to change up my time so that we don't have this noise interruptions. But thank you very much for taking your time to go through these episodes. I hope that you've learned something new about fitness. I hope that you've learned something new about sacrifice. Remember that the higher the sacrifice, the better the rewards. And a sacrifice is something that is very meaningful for you, that you give up for the idea of something better in the future. And I'll end today's episode with the quote of the episode. I want this to be a thing. So today's quote of the episode goes, "There's no discipline without sacrifice." So you can't build discipline without actually sacrificing something, without it being painful to you. So if you want to build the discipline of fitness, if you want to build the discipline of working out and all that, there needs to be a level of sacrifice that goes into that. Either you're sacrificing your time, your resources, your energy, your free time. There has to be a level of sacrifice that goes into your fitness, and the higher the sacrifice, the better the rewards. With that, I wish you a lovely and a robust and an abundant week ahead, and see you on the next episode. We'll be talking about romance, guys. We'll be talking about romance and romantic idea and how it's just okay, yes, we love it, it's a good thing, but there are so many pitfalls within romance that we're going to discuss that is going to help us maybe try to have a better expectation of our love life. Yeah, so join us in episode 6 when we'll be talking about romance. See you. Please like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this particular episode, and thank you and bye.